AJ just let me know there was a decent lot of games that I put a bid on last night, right? But when they offered me the games, and they were really good games, but I did the math that came out to be about like maybe $3 to $3.50, depending on how I sell them, right? And I didn't see the other games that she was offering. So anyway, AJ let me know that someone else got it, because I was wondering, because I put a bid in, but I made it a little bit low so I can negotiate up. And I didn't know if the lady was pricing around. But that's one thing, when you're putting in a bid on games and you got somebody that you can't tell for sure if they're going to check every single game for price or whatever, right? Which I guess in this case this lady did. But even if you put a bid in, and even if it's like a semi-fair, little low, because I put like, if I thought there was $3 to $3.50, I said $1.25. I figure that's like 40%, something like that, and I would have had room to go up, right? At least $1.50. But once you set the bar, it's easy for somebody to come in and beat you. And that's why if I had known she was...
Also, it's easy for that person to use your bid to get other people...
That's what I'm saying. I said I set the bar. Like, if I set the bar...
set the bar low.
I set the bar low on purpose, right? Because I figured I wasn't dealing with somebody who was shopping them around.
You don't want it to get out that you're cheap.
Honestly, this was a one-shot deal.
You don't know who she's talking to.
I don't care. I really don't care. Actually, it's better if people think I'm cheap than if I pay the most.
Oh, so then you never get a phone call.
I don't care about phone calls. I actually prefer to stumble across... every time someone contacts me to sell me something, they want top dollar.
Yeah, because
that's the norm.
And they want what it's worth online.
They want what it's worth online. So when they contact me, unless I know you, right, I will set the bar fair low. You know what I mean? The lady had $350 worth of games, right? Or $300 worth of games, depending on how I sell it, right? At most, I was going to get $350. I would probably have gotten $300. So for that amount, right? And I could have offered $150, but again, like I said, I didn't think it was somebody who was pricing it around or shopping it around. So anyway, someone did get it, and then there was another 40 Sega games that were thrown on, which I didn't know about. That would have given me more room to go higher or offer higher. But the one thing I want to say about that is, if someone contacts you first, I was debating on whether I should say, well, what do you want for it, right? Because when I say, like, especially if they're shopping around, then I go, what do you want for it, right? Then they'll say, oh, somebody offered me this, I want that, right? But if I set the bar, then it's very easy. Somebody just comes in and beats you. They beat you by $10, $20.
So why didn't you just ask her what she wanted for him?
Well, I was debating on it. I thought I was dealing with someone who wasn't shopping around. See, it's hard to tell. You know, I gave him my card. You know, and I don't even know how she sold. She probably put it on Facebook, where I said, well, if he offers me $125, I'll put it up for $250 or something like that. Because AJ said somebody bought it on through Facebook, and they made
well, how does he know that's the same person?
I showed him the photos of the games I got. It's same exact games, same photo. So they showed me the photo, and they just put it on Facebook, I guess, or something. He says he's going to send me the video link later. But so basically what I'm saying is, like, you have to be careful when you're doing these deals. But the other thing is, sometimes it doesn't matter, because what I did, I do other stuff with my money. So if I buy something for $150 or $160 that I know I will sell over time for $320, well, that's not really very exciting to me. You know, I'd rather buy something for, like, I don't know, like, I'd rather use my money and buy something where I make way more profit. You know what I mean? Like we did today. So today, we spent like, I don't know, 100, say $40, right? But one of the things we bought, like that gold pin, that pays for everything, you know? And if I had spent my money with this woman, right, yesterday or whatever, I wouldn't have had the money to go shop today. You know, because AJ thinks she paid like $250. That would have left me with very little money. And besides that, I bought a whole box of records. And that's what I'm saying. It's like, I could have bought something for $150, $250, and I would have made $500, $600 over a period of months, right? To a year. But instead, I took even $20 out of what I took. I took that $20 and I bought a box of records. There's at least 40 records. Now, I think for that $20, there's no way I'm going to make at least $120. And that's automatically 6 times my money. You know, it may take me time, but we're talking 6 times profit. So, I don't know. I just wanted to comment on how, like, when people contact you and they want to sell you stuff, and how to proceed with it, you know? Because honestly, every time someone contacts me, and they want to sell me something, it's near top dollar. Especially when they're vague about what they like. Well, she didn't say what she wanted. She was just like, what will you offer? And then what happens is, you set the bar, I set the bar, and it's anybody can come in and beat you by even the smallest amount. Especially if they're right there. She could have it at her yard sale. Well, somebody offered me 125, online, but I wanted more. I wanted like 175, and if the person's right there, well, I'll give you 150 now. They're like, well, there you go. I got 150, 25 more than the other guy offered me, and he would have to come pick it up. Like, I'd have to beat him. It's like a pain in the butt, blah, 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 blah. Like when she didn't, to be honest, when she didn't jump at the 125, I was like, doesn't look like. Because usually if you throw a high number, because 125 is a high number to someone who's not reselling or whatever, or doing a lot of research. You know what I mean? If I say, hey, I'll give you 125 for that stuff, it would sound like I was being very generous in most cases. So it's not like, yeah, I give you $20 for everything. 21 games, yeah, I give you $20, you throw in one for free, right? But I didn't do that. So anyway, anything to add to this? No? All right, that's just some advice on when people are approaching you to sell stuff. It's always better if you can find out what they want, because to be honest, I wasted like 20 minutes, 30 minutes of my life trying to figure out what to offer them and whatever. So I think in the future I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to say, well, what were you thinking? And this will save me time, because when it all boils down, it was like a waste of my time. Somebody wasted my time. They came to me. I did the research. I priced it out for them. And they figured, oh, he's going to at least double his money, so I can ask $250. So but whatever. All right, that's my thoughts on that particular issue.